It's time for the Toyota Jets kickoff.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Russ Salzberg, still with you, and welcome back to Jets Kickoff, once again brought to you by Toyota. It's our pregame look at Gang Green as they officially open their 2010 season and their new home against the Baltimore Ravens in a primetime matchup right now on My 9, beginning at 7:25 because of the weather. All right, joining me now is Duke Castiglione over at the stadium. And Duke, a little while ago, we heard from that female reporter, Ines Sainz, regarding the whole controversy. She was out at Jets camp earlier with the catcalls and the whistling. You heard what she had to say. Well, we're going to hear from her right now in the entirety when she spoke just a short while ago.
The Jets apologized. The owner, Mr. Johnson, called me in person to say that he really sorry about what happened, and obviously that he is going to take some actions for the responsibility of this success. So actually, what happened there is that when I arrived to the locker rooms, everybody started to make jokes and everything about me. I tried to not pay attention of that because I was focused on my job. I want to make the interview with Mark Sanchez, so go direct to the locker room for Mark Sanchez. And when I was there, the rest of the media start to hear that the players are making comments, uncomfortable comments about myself. So one of my colleagues arrived with me and suddenly say, "Okay, I feel sorry for you. It's something embarrassing. You don't deserve to be treated like this." I tried to minimize the effect and say, "Don't worry, focus on your job and try to pretend nothing happened." But obviously they hear a lot of things that I didn't.
You didn't hear the stuff? You didn't hear the catcalls or the whistles or anything?
Well, actually I blocked myself because when you get into the locker rooms, try to hear all the noises. What I try to do is not provocate anything. So I go straight to the Mark Sanchez locker and stay there and not move any moment.
You put out a picture of what you were wearing that night.
Yeah, because I read a lot of media that say that it's my fault that I provoke with my clothes and everything. So I say, okay, if a pair of jeans, a white blouse with the bottoms is a provocative, all the women are provocative because it's very common to dress like this. And for cover sports, I think it's very usual to do it. It's like on defense myself.
You said,
what exactly did you?
Page, you said dying of discomfort.
Yes.
But now it seems like you weren't uncomfortable. So
No,
were
yes.
you harassed?
Yeah, where I was there, I feel all the environment very uncomfortable. So I don't even turn around, know any part. And I say I'm very uncomfortable because I hear the noise. I know that they are speaking about me, but I don't try to put attention. So I prefer to tweet and say this is an uncomfortable moment, but I hope that Mark Sanchez is coming soon and that is over.
So did you hear anything at all from them, though?
They've kind of picked up your cause.
Sorry?
Women in sports media. Are you affiliated with them? Have you spoken to them?
Yeah, she came with me and suddenly she told me, "I'm very sorry for you. It is not supposed to happen. It's a very reprobable behavior." So I say, don't worry. Focus on our job and pretend to not hear anything.
Ines, how would you like this incident to be resolved?
Well, actually, I think that the good point about of this is the action that have all the NFL, the team, and everything. Because if the woman is a professional and go to do her job in the professional way, she deserves to be treated like a professional one, not only like a woman that is crossing in front of them.
What actually happened on the field, though? Can you just describe for me what happened on the field?
When I was covering on the field, the training area, they start a practice throwing the ball behind me, but I was very safe because it's the line and they don't cross the line. I was in one corner because my shoot with Mark Sanchez is the best position. So they start to throw the ball and they catch very close from me, like, I don't know, 1 meter or something like this. 1 and 2 and 3, but I really, in this moment, I believe that it's only a joke and don't even pay attention of that.
Did you ever feel that there was anything sexual about it, though?
No, I can't say sexual about in the field. Obviously, no. Only it's a joke with friends, and that's it. But
Yes, there are women on blogs that have written saying, if you wear jeans that are one size too small, what do you expect? How do you expect men to react? Especially men full of testosterone, football players.
yeah, well, actually, it's my size. The jeans are my size. I all my life use the same size, so it's no size lower. So I don't know. Probably my type of body is the kind of body that could be a little more stretch on jeans, but that's not my fault.
Do you plan to tone down the way you dress at all?
Sorry?
Do you plan to tone down the way you dress at all?
I play the way that I dress.
Do you plan to change the way you dress at all?
No, absolutely no, because it's a way that I do like for 8 years in my whole career, and obviously when you go to a field to make a special report, the most comfortable thing is a pair of jeans.
Ines, do you think the Jets should be fined or disciplined in some matter for this incident?
I think the Jets I take care in very seriously, and I think they are going to take some actions with the players. I'm really concerned about what happened inside, because I think they must be in focus with the game, not exactly with this kind of things. But I believe that they are taken seriously, and it's only going to be like one bad experience and no more.
Do you think there's a message that should be conveyed from this whole thing?
Yes, of course. The message should be that the women in this profession deserve the same treatment that the rest of the people. So I think is the good point that we can have for all of this.
Will you be in the locker room after tonight's game?
No.
You're not going in?
No, I'm not going in. No, I didn't need it for my work. My work today is only to say what is going to happen in the game, and that's it.
Are you at all angry about this?
Woman. You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you very
and
much.
dress to show that you're a beautiful woman. Do you think you need to change the way you dress to maybe not show your assets as much because men are reacting to them so strongly in the locker room?
No, actually, I believe that each one have his own style. I have my own style. If you can check, I have 9 years in this same style. So I think I'm not going to change it, because it's me. It's my personality. I can change for that.
Do you want an apology? Thank you. Do you want an apology from any of the Jets players themselves?
No, I think that with the apologies that I received from Mr. Johnson is enough. I know they speak a lot of with them, and I think it's not going to happen again.
Ines, you've been in locker rooms a lot over the years, and you know that in any sport, something like this can and will happen. So are the Jets any different from other teams?
Probably what is different with the Jets is that what they are talking about is too much strong, as I hear that the media say. The rest I don't think is important. Yeah.
Well, Duke, from what I understand, here she is out at the stadium. You're out at the stadium. You spoke with her. You were chatting with her. And you also spoke with NFL spokesman from the commissioner's office, Greg Aiello. So what was your take both on the young lady and what Greg Aiello had to say?
Let's start with Ines Sainz. I actually spoke with her at length out here in the rain right before we went on the air, literally right before we went on the air. She's a lawyer with 2 master's degrees. One of those master's degrees coming in the business of soccer. We asked her if she thinks she was sexually harassed. She said no. And she said Woody Johnson's apology was enough for her. She is making the rounds on the morning shows tomorrow, both nationally and locally. So she is getting out her name out there. I have seen her out at different events before, and I've never witnessed any harassment. I believe it was about a couple years ago I saw her at a Patriots practice and did not witness any harassment at that time. If memory serves me correct, she was the same woman. I did speak with Greg Aiello, the head of communications for the NFL, and Greg told me that the NFL is investigating this and they are working hand in hand with the Jets. He did stress that the Jets have talked to their players about treating everybody respectful in the locker room. It's a workplace, Greg said, and the NFL stresses that. And I also asked Greg if he thought there could be a suspension or possibly a fine. He said that's far too early to tell. There is no timetable yet on this investigation. That is the story from here. Russ, back to you.
All right, Duke, thank you very much. I have to tell you something, folks. I dealt with this young lady at the Super Bowl that the Giants won 2 years ago. Look, she's got every right to be a reporter, every right to, not be harassed. The players were dead wrong. They can't behave that way, but I got to tell you, she's a lawyer with masters and 2 degrees. do me a favor, then why is she dressing like that? And don't tell me jeans are comfortable. I mean, she's getting just what she wants right now. But in the meantime, as we said, we're here because the game was delayed by rain, but we've got more coming up. We're going to give you